Hello and welcome everybody to the latest episode of the War of Inheritance, brought to you on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/CellpenGM. We are down a player today. Tragically, Zoe cannot make it, so Freya will not be with us, and we will find ways in story of dealing with that. Ways which might be easy to decide as we consider the events of last session.
The desk counts as light concealment, right?
Freya could be here, just hidden, half concealed under the desk. To begin with, Jacob, what was the most important thing that happened last session?
There was an enchanted sword which accidentally led to the death of Pog again.
Okay, that's pretty succinct. David, what was the most important thing that happened last session?
I met some old comrades, and they're kind of pirates now. York's not sure how he feels about that. And is mostly hoping that at no point do I have to come back and deal with that as a paladin.
I'm sure you won't.
Never.
And Amy, what was the most important thing that happened last session?
I rolled a whole bunch of nat ones.
Otter.
And had to deal with a crocodile who eventually ended up taking the lower leg of somebody who we really, really could have done with not them having been eaten by a crocodile.
In fairness, he was a fucking idiot.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Right? Yeah.
I'm on guard duty.
We are coming straight back in to this argument happening right now.
Oh, God.
What the fuck happened?
I don't even know. I'm assuming at this point that we have, clunked Freya over the head with a comically large bag of turnips and dragged her into the hold.
Freya is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, no. Where is Freya?
Neve, what happened?
Well, I think that Freya got possessed by the sword.
I was there for that bit. Why are these two here? Oh, shut up. I've given you the healing salve.
Yeah, this is true. The guy is in extreme pain.
They're Carithian guards. The camp is a bit further upriver.
He's still in a lot of pain, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to tap him on the shoulder. Right, look at me for a second, okay? You're going to thank me for this in the morning.
Yep, you punch him so hard he enters unconsciousness. Down he goes. Thank you, phone.
I'm going to turn to his mate. Right. What? I wasn't going to leave him in pain, was I? He's not dead, it's fine.
Huh? You take everything we have.
No. Right, I'm going to turn to the doors. Could you... Sorry.
He's speaking for Outer too.
Yeah, one second. So these two came from...
The Carithian camp up the river.
Right.
They found me while I was out ottering.
Didn't realise that was a verb, but okay.
You know, druids, sometimes they otter.
And what, they just came back here with you and started drinking?
So it seems.
Yeah, you're looking at the...
I give him this look.
We were coming to... I wanted to go get the captain.
Huh?
They wanted to check the boat. I don't know who offered them a drink.
You came back here and started drinking when you were on patrol. Hey. It's not me you've got to worry about. It's whoever your CO is who's going to chew your ass out. Right. Okay. We can't deal with whatever's going to happen in the state we're in at the minute. So, my recommendation, unless anybody's got a better idea, is to tie these two up and take them with us in the morning and take them back.
Tie them up?
We need to tie them up. Why do you need to tie me up?
They haven't done anything wrong.
We haven't done anything wrong.
And one of them is unconscious now.
You have proven yourself to be exceptionally stupid.
Please, just let me take my...
No, we will take you back and we will explain this through, but we need to be able to do that when, in case people get the wrong idea, we have the capacity to defend ourselves. It's not ideal, but what else are we going to do?
I still don't think we need to tie them up.
Would you like to stay on the boat tonight while your friend recovers and acclimatises to his new condition?
Do I have a choice?
I look at Neve.
Thank you, chat.
So,
Chat has said, ottering, verb, 1, meaning to chase or try and capture an otter. 2, to have sexual intercourse with an otter. Or if you're a druid, 3, to turn into an otter.
and do ottery things.
And do ottery things.
Well, the other option is that we cut them loose now and we just sail downriver. But we're all knackered, and if we run into anything, we're fucked.
Yes.
And if we go out there and take these two back, and hold it, if we take them back
What's your name?
and explanations go awry, we're fucked. Or if they go back by themselves and tell their story, which doesn't involve them being idiots and coming getting drunk instead of doing what they should have been on patrol, and paint us like bad guys and pirates, then their mates will all come here and try and kill us. Because
I'm Danson.
I'm Iris.
Hello, Iris.
We don't want to hurt you.
He looks down at his legless friend.
that, in fairness, was a crocodile.
Good. I'm very glad to hear it. Please just let me take my friend and head back to camp.
We'll be swarming with whatever's left of their camp in like half an hour if you do.
Or I'll come back with you tomorrow, that's fine. Just don't tie me up.
Look, either way, I'm not going to tie you up.
Okay, good. I'm claustrophobic. I've got a real... Travelling here has been hard.
You want to go, you can go. You want to stay and rest up?
Can I take my friend? Hello, Lo-Fi. Can I take my friend?
Can you take your friend?
Let's find out. Okay, so Danson rises and, slings an arm of his friend over, but when your friend is unconscious, it's very difficult to move them, and I guess I'll wait for tomorrow.
We'll help you.
Alright, thank you. Where'd the crazy one go?
I don't know.
You know how nobles never get called up on the shit they do or take responsibility for their actions?
No, that happens all the time. Literally every year.
What?
How the fuck are you? I know you're from Korath, but fine.
What?
Yeah. At the... Look,
No, I'm genuinely interested. Where the fuck are you from that nobles get called up on their actions and called on their bullshit?
Korath?
Explain further. I'm genuinely interested. I'm going to pass him a bottle again.
Okay, he's not going to drink anything.
Fine.
Last person he saw drinking from this bottle went crazy and started attacking people. So the festival every year where they do the ordering and they rank the castles, and then they give out lands and titles. I don't know all the rules exactly. I wasn't schooled in that. I never.
Wow, you get
Took it that
rated
far.
as a noble?
I guess it's a big festival. Everyone gets a holiday. They come and watch. It takes place in the capital.
Look at us, learning new things about foreign climes. Welcome to the wildlands. It's full of, crocodiles. And
Welcome to the wildlands. Come to the wildlands, sunny wildlands. Enjoy the crocodiles and the loss of legs.
so,
How many other crew that you're escorting?
A crew, maybe a dozen. And then there's the castles and their retinue and all their books and a whole bunch of merchants. And it's a big ship. There's probably 60 people in the camp.
Okay. But with...
and how many of you guys?
10.
Okay.
But he looks down. 9.5.
Don't be rude. So...
I got nothing.
She gets it. She.
I got nothing I can do to help your friends.
well, with merchants and scholars aboard...
It depends. Are they actually going to look after you, or are they going to cut him loose?
I cut him. They'll take him back. Why would they cut him loose?
I don't know how your
Friend, I don't know where you're from, but down where I'm from, in Corith, in good, honest Browter country, we look after our fallen.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, they'll just, I mean, if you can find a patron, they'll fit him up with a new one.
Good. Well, that's good to know.
A new leg?
Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah.
It's magic in it.
Are you, where are you from?
Here.
Hollyhock.
Great.
Merrick.
Merrick. That's in Galatea. Right.
So it's Hollyhock.
Can't. Yeah, that's fine. Hollyhock's like a village somewhere. Are you telling me that they can't build people legs in Galatea?
Not
That
real
depends on your
legs.
definition of a leg.
Well,
if you're
no.
talking about a prosthesis, then I've seen a few in my time, like
All right.
a wooden leg or something like that. But
All right. Great. Listen, this is all really above my pay grade,
mm-hmm.
and I quite like some sleep. Thank you, chap.
I think it's safe to say that that big cabin there is not being used tonight. The point at where Freya
Are you going to assume she isn't in there somewhere?
You open the door. There is no sign of Freya.
Are you going to assume
Just a
she
light
isn't in
mist.
there?
Freya chap is the rogue who is no longer here this session.
Hi, Liquid Lily.
Yeah, I'll instruct them that that's where. Well,
Okay. Danson will.
there's a proper
Okay.
bed, isn't there? Isn't
That-
there?
There is a proper bed.
We will take you back to your camp tomorrow.
Thank you.
Please don't make me regret this. Please don't make me regret not tying you up, and please, I'm not, just please.
Yep, that's fine.
I've had a really fucking rough couple of days.
I don't want to die.
Neither do I, friend.
That will not happen. I got this shit.
Promises she can't keep. Okay. Great. All right. Thank you. I'll look after him. And Danson closes the door on you guys. The sounds of screaming I heard within. You promised! Yeah. What are you guys doing for the rest of the evening?
Jorg is
Searching the ship for any saltfish.
There are no salted fish on board.
I'm gonna turn into a crocodile.
payback time, motherfucker.
Okay, Neve, you see the
This can only end badly.
you see Neve's robes
You go into his room.
extend. The green of them becomes a slightly darker brown and muddied and mottled. And Neve extends and falls onto all fours, and her face distends. And suddenly, you can't quite tell where the uncanny valley ends, but then there is a crocodile on board the ship.
You know what? I long for a time when that would have been weird. I long for a time, a simpler time, when that would have been the weirdest thing that happened to me today.
The dwarves stop drinking, say nothing, and head below decks.
Great. I'm gonna change back. I just wanted to know that I could do it.
Congratulations, you can in fact.
Turn into a crocodile.
I'm gonna get some sleep.
Me too.
Okay. Sweet. So you guys are going to bed. Iris?
I go back on deck and see that there is literally no one there.
No, everyone has gone to bed.
And decide it's probably a good idea if somebody stays awake.
Sweet.
So I should take first watch.
Roll me a d12.
Oh yeah, the random encounter dice.
1.
1 is fine.
It's so not
One is-
random encounter.
1 is so fine, in fact, that there is no random encounter.
The guy grows his leg back.
That's
Really
weird.
weird. There is no random encounter this evening.
I don't know that, however, so I
There's
will...
you don't know that. Are you going to go and fetch somebody to relieve you?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably a dwarf.
Great. You go and get one of the dwarves, and oh no, chat, no. You go and get one of the dwarves, and he comes up. Yep, I'm here.
Okay, your watch.
All right,
Neve's up next.
sure. And you can get some sleep. Neve, you are woken, and you can feel the river is awaking. The fish have stopped sleeping. There is movement under the water, which you can just sense. There are birds in the trees nearby, and there's the sound of far-off distant voices. The land is coming up once more with the early morning sun, and the dwarf says, yeah, I'm going to grab some shut-eye. I'll catch you in 4, and heads down below decks.
Yeah, I'll keep watching.
Sweet. Nothing untoward has happened. There is a slow opening of the main door, the cabin that Freya was in, and you hear some whispering inside, and then Danson's head peeks out.
Everything all right?
Yep, just checking that last night really happened. We heading back to the camp?
Soon.
All right. What do I need to do?
Well, get dressed, I suppose.
Yep, done. Sure.
We'll put together some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Stretcher?
That's the one. Stretcher for your friend.
I'll see if I can
It's
put
fine.
something together.
It's fine. I'll take him on my shoulders.
Right, guys, you've all had the benefits of a full rest.
Yes.
First time in 3 sessions. Just, that's how you make D&D lethal. You stretch your players' long rests out.
I need.
Resin
there
razor.
we go.
There we are. You got your stuff.
Thank you.
Sweet. So you can have all your bits and pieces. The dwarves.
You need to prepare spells.
I'm doing
The
it.
dwarves come up and so disciple spells are
I'm
going to
doing
prepare,
it.
and you can easily put together a stretcher if you want to, or are you just going to carry the guy?
Just carry the guy.
Right.
It's
He's quite heavy, but that's fine.
I've got like strength 18.
You're absolutely strong enough to do that. That's fine. Danson's going to take his armor
Yeah, that's fine.
and
Thank you.
kit and stuff.
Who's your CO?
Commander. Oh, man.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's Captain. I said it last time, but my notebook is in the car, so I will actually have to. He tells you the name of his captain, which I will have to inform you
That's
later.
fine.
We'll probably meet her anyway, so that'll be fine. There we go. Done. Yes. It's a new captain. This is Captain Strachan, and it's a retcon from last time because my notes aren't here.
I don't believe you told us
I
that.
did definitely say it from last time, but
Oh,
it doesn't
okay. Okay, I'm going to turn to the dwarves. Get her ready to cast off. How much of a hurry that needs to be depends on how this goes, I guess. But
Yep. Well, we're basically ready to go
okay,
whenever you are. We also don't want to wait too long.
No, I understand that, but I need to get these
Yep. Sure
two
thing.
back, and depending on how that goes, depends on how quickly we might need to leave.
You want an escort?
No, because
Alright.
that's just going to complicate things further.
Yeah. It was suggested by one of the dwarves, and 4 of the other dwarves were like, "What are you doing? What are you doing, you idiot?" Like, yeah, we're good.
I appreciate the offer.
There's
I really do.
plenty of work to do here. We'll check that out.
I appreciate the offer.
Sweet. So, are you all heading off to the Corinthian vessel?
Yes.
All right.
We should ask them if they have any salted fish when we get there. They probably do if they've got merchants and stuff.
Good idea.
You got your spells?
I had that last time.
Yeah, it's getting
we might,
there.
oh, okay. Then we might actually be able to keep Pog around for longer than 24 hours or something like that.
Perhaps. There's every chance. So you make your way. I'm going to assume that you've done
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
You make your way, and it's in the light now. Really, not very far. It's less than a mile to the Corinthian ship that you can see, and it is huge. The thirst for adventure, the thirst for knowledge, which was the Corinthian ship in the middle of the river.
Thirst for Adventure was the one that we met.
Thirst for knowledge is the one that you met.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So this is the Thirst for Adventure.
This is, as you approach, you can see it is painted a deep blue, and there is gold trim all over it. And it looks surprisingly well maintained for a ship that has clearly travelled. It looks like it's just come out of dry dock.
Decent sailors, then. At least.
Yeah, well, or something. And
because
it
they're all
is-
fucking wizards.
and this is the good ship Adventure. That is the name of this vessel. And it is huge. It is absolutely enormous. It is the kind of ship that could take 60 people and a whole bunch of cargo to the wildlands and back, up and down rivers. You approach the camp, and immediately a pair of Carithian soldiers
Hail.
appear. They have...
Imbrighter.
That's fine. You say Hail and Brouter. They see you carrying a couple of them, and Danson says, we need to see the captain.
Yeah. What Danson said.
Uh-huh.
Can we
I'm gonna-
establish a story?
The story is what happened. I'm
Someone is sent running, and you see there's interest that is appearing. The camp, by the way, the ship has tilted, and it is currently undergoing repairs. It is not fully ready in the water,
Wow.
because it was picked up by the...
You guys got fucked by the swell, didn't you?
It wasn't wonderful, says a lady who turns up. She is in a deep red captain's uniform.
Yeah.
She is maybe 50.
I will have
Tight grey curls.
put the other guy down and stepped back so that there's not a threat of me holding one of their wounded guys.
Uh-huh. I'm Captain Strachan,
Hello, Captain Strachan.
and
I am
you're in possession of 2 of my men.
I am York. This is Neve of the Wells, and this is Iris.
York, Neve of the Wells, and Iris.
There was right craft up last night, and well, your chap here ended up getting his leg eaten by a crocodile, and
It's just me, not the
no,
captain.
I get that.
You're gonna laugh, right?
So my understanding of it is these two came across Neve when she was out for a swim. Escorted her back to check on our boat, which is just downriver. They stayed for a bit, and there was
Did they?
an altercation, and
Who started it? Danson looks at you.
one of our crew, a Merrick noble by the name of Freya, although in her defence she was under the influence of both alcohol and something in a sword.
Some sort of possession spell, we're not sure.
There was an entity in a sword.
A noble did this.
Yeah.
Craft. All right. Okay. Thank you very much for dropping the noble word. This is now above my pay grade. Captain Strachan takes Danson and says, "You are coming to give a full report."
If it's any consolation, I don't currently know where Lady Freya is. She has done, as we are becoming more and more used to saying, a Freya.
Consider your travelling companions carefully, Yorg.
Yes, Captain Strachan.
If you'll all please wait here. You're on the edge of the camp. You can smell actually some really nice food that is being cooked. There's the sounds of chatting. All of it's in Broughter, and everyone's quite. This is like a Broughter town. There's 60 people.
Yorg is probably a bit choked
Oh.
up. It feels like home.
It does.
It feels like home.
Feels like home used to be before all the soldiers got taken away. And
Feels like home. I can smell bread. I
You
haven't
can.
smelled fresh bread.
then, coming towards you, there's a pair of. They are both maybe very late teens, very early 20s, dressed in, ridiculously nice attire. They're
Ridiculous opulence.
clearly nobles by the way they're dressing. And one of them saying, "No, honestly, it's actually right. The problem is gerrymandering. It's a bias selection process. It's right 3x3 grid. You've got 4 and 5. Okay, if you choose it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You cut your lines that way, and they are as they approach. Oh right. Hey, something about a noble.
Yes, there was an incident. An incident has resulted in the wounding of one of your soldiers after an altercation last night.
Right. Where are they? They've been taken away.
The soldier has been taken away. My lord, my lady?
These are both ladies.
My lady, the soldier has been taken away by one of your officers already, I believe.
Okay. Good. How did it happen? Really, it's super fascinating. I'll show you.
A combination of alcohol and an entity and a magic sword.
They hold up a finger to silence their friend's response. No, shut up, shut up. A magic sword?
Yes.
Tell me where it is. And she sends her friend off, who goes running and comes back with a series of books. Tell me what it looked like.
It was a
single
katana.
edge, slight curve, silvered blade, about 3
Silver
foot.
blade. Huh? About how long?
About 3 foot.
3 foot long. Wow.
Quite
and you
light,
say,
though.
what did it do?
Uh,
Oh! Did it make you turn invisible?
no.
Okay.
Oh,
Three.
maybe. We haven't been able to find Lady Freya this morning.
Do you have the name of the entity inside?
No.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, it mentioned its name. I just can't remember it at the moment.
Oh
well,
my
to
God.
be fair,
This
when you
is
touched
so
it,
exciting.
your brain did nearly explode out of your nose.
Wait,
Yeah, it did try that.
made your brain explode? I haven't
Uh,
read anything like that. This could be new.
Anyway.
Oh my god, I'm going to win another Vanui prize.
Mostly, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't seen as some sort of brigands or something like that. I've returned your people to you. And,
Oh, that's great, sure. Tell me more about the sword.
Yorg's brain visibly changes gear.
They're fine, right? Are they dead?
No.
Then they're fine.
That's as much information as I have at the moment.
Okay,
I
well,
held
can we
it
see
only
it?
very brief- no, because the Lady Freya is currently missing with said sword.
Where is she?
We don't know.
That would be a fantastic thing to know.
Okay,
However,
do you have anything of hers?
back at the boat, sure.
Great. Well,
No, do we?
like, go get it then.
Maybe. It's hard
Oh
to
my
tell,
God.
really.
Sorry, introductions. I'm Clarissa Castle.
Hello.
Hi.
Um,
You may have heard of me. Won the Vanui prize last year. The year before.
I think that may be a bit too far south for me, my lady.
Oh,
We've
you-
heard of a few castles.
I think Freya said she'd met a castle on
Yes.
the road. There was a boat. Actually, we've definitely met at least one castle.
Mina?
There was a boat, the Thirst for Knowledge.
it doesn't ring a bell, but sure.
Was that the name of the boat?
Yeah, there was the.
Okay, if it doesn't ring a bell for you, but it's that boat was.
What, up here?
Yeah.
Who'd hired it?
I don't know that boat was lost with all hands.
Oh. Okay. That's sad.
Anyway, at this point, my lady, I do not believe. At this point, my lady, we need to.
Hang on. Okay, you carry on.
We need to take our leave and head off. We've got a morning sailing to be doing.
Oh, Zauber's eyes. Clarissa. And her friend taps her, and she is pointing at the axe of Lancelot that is on your belt.
Yep.
Her eyes go wide. She
Yep.
says, is that... how much for the axe?
It is not mine to give.
All right, but how much?
It is not mine to give.
Sure.
It is not so.
Do you know what that is?
I've got a decent idea, yeah.
Neve squares up just slightly.
That's fine. Like I said, these guys are... I mean, they could be 19.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Because, I mean, we can make a really generous offer.
I am
Like really generous.
I am positive that you can. It is not so.
Uh-huh. Could we trade you for it?
I don't know if it would be worth anything to you. Very few people can handle it.
Who are you?
Neve.
All right, Neve. Very few people can handle it. Okay. You may not have heard of me because you live up here in the woods, and that's great. That's really great. Like I'm sure you have a really fulfilling life, but that is actually an important piece of culture.
We know.
All right, and it belongs somewhere that people can, appreciate it.
It was given to a paladin by a god.
They turn and look to each other.
You can't have this. It's not for you to use.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Please roll high dice, please. Nope.
Well, it's a high persuasion check. What'd you get?
6.
Okay.
Did you guidance yourself?
No.
That's fine.
Just roll a
Guidance
d4.
is
Roll a d4.
rubbish.
Guidance is amazing. You've always got it on, basically.
7.
All right, so it's still not enough.
Woo! Guidance is rubbish.
Okay. All right. That's great, sweetie. But grown-ups are talking now. You are the oldest person here, by some way. Listen, you've come and you've attacked one of our valued soldiers, right? They mean a lot to us, and I mean this could be an act of war.
What was his name?
Wait.
That doesn't matter, okay? That's actually beside the point, and you are now trying to change the subject because you know you're in the wrong. So I think the easiest thing to do here is you simply allow us to give you more money than you've ever seen in your life, that you can go off and do whatever you want with, and give us the axe, and then we're all square.
No.
Yeah.
I want to step away from this conversation.
Okay. What we would, as in you would like to try
I'd
and
like to, yeah.
roll me stealth with advantage because they just don't give a shit about you.
Exactly.
You're trying to beat their passive perception of 12.
Oh yeah, I totally do it. Yeah, I'm going to disconnect and I want to go and have a look around the campsite.
Okay. You look. It's a browser campsite. It's a massive browser campsite.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's come off the boat. There's a few people who are still working on the side of it. Take me an investigation check while you're doing this. Iris, what are you doing?
I'm torn, but I'm worried that Jorg is going to start killing people, so I'm staying with Jorg to prevent him from killing people.
15
Either
investigate.
by
15
stopping him from attacking
investigate.
or by making them not die when he does attack them.
Okay.
I don't think Neve is going to kill people.
On a 15 investigation check, you found a whole bunch of interesting things. I'll come back to that in just a second.
It's a tent. It's just full of salted fish. It is a tent made of a large
Look-
salted
Oh my
fish.
god.
I don't know how this works up here,
Mm-hmm.
and admittedly, that's kind of part of what this is. It's a cultural exploration program. We're going out and we're finding all kinds of things, but they belong in Korith.
They're a Stalin.
Yeah, whatever.
This axe is not mine to give.
Okay, but like,
Unless you can ask Lancelot yourself, then...
one of them says, "Who's Lancelot?" And she says, "Lancelot. He's only the Astarian god of war. Half orc, pretty buff. Have you not read your Coronius?"
Calibro.
Honestly, that's fine. That's fine. No, it's all right. It's okay. You majored in what, like hedge magic? I did not. And they start, bickering. The vibe you get from these guys is that you are absolutely beneath them.
Yeah, I got that.
What do I
I
find?
think we've done what we came here to do.
Okay, what do you find? You find that there are a bunch of merchants who are sat
Are they
chatting.
going to let you go, though?
Hang on.
Oh, that's really
It's sorry. You find a whole bunch of merchants who are sat around a campfire, talking. There are some people who are handing out food. They're not selling food; they are handing it out. These are like ship rations that everything's doing.
Okay.
And there is a presence of guards over by the ship.
Okay.
And on a 15 investigation check, you can hear some strange noises coming from within the ship.
Do I get any roog from it?
You don't have divine sense,
No.
so no.
Although, I did just have a look through my spells, and if I can get close enough to the boat, I can detect poison and disease. Could I see if Garlon's about?
Dun, dun, dun.
Have you prepared detect poison and disease?
I
today?
have it.
All right. Well, do you cast detect poison and disease? What's the range, please?
30 feet. I'd have
And
to be
what's the
pretty
duration?
close.
No, but you can walk around with it. What's the duration?
For the
10 minutes.
duration-
Concentration.
Sure, no worries. So yeah, Neve.
Wait, it's blocked by a foot of stone,
Yep. No.
an inch of common metal,
Okay. No.
a thin sheet of lead,
Right.
or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yeah. Okay. No.
This ship is not made of that.
Not made of that. So you cast Detect Poison and Disease. How does it look when you cast Detect Poison and Disease in the middle of a Barata camp?
So, I've heard the strange noises coming from the boat.
You have.
I'm going to place both hands on my staff, Gandalf style. I'm going to gently place it to the ground, and like the camera zooms in, and all of the sounds of the camp go quiet and muffled like a bell ringing. And
small digging, right?
from around the bottom of the staff, little vines start to curl and coil up, and flowers begin to bloom.
Okay, this miracle of nature that is occurring right now in the middle of the camp has not gone unnoticed. However, you detect a physical presence. It is oppressive and grim, and it stinks.
Oh.
You have felt this before. It is the presence of Garlon.
Well, shit.
On the boat.
On the boat.
Because just take a stab and maybe you're right. Okay. Yes, indeed, on the boat. I'll read the spell and I'll tell you exactly how it happens. But yes, that's what. There's a definite presence of Garlon.
There is a presence of Garlon on the boat. Near where the weird noises are?
Right, okay, yeah. There are 6 presences of Garlon on the boat. And 3 presences of Garlon from people in the camp.
Oh, shit.
They are infected with Garlon's...
blessing.
Yeah, Garlon's blessing is what they've got.
Let's be fair, that's what he'd call it.
That's what they've got.
Uh-huh.
You note.
Okay. Cool.
Yup. That's what Cure Poison and Disease for. You can identify them. There is a merchant, and
I guess they don't know at this point. They don't look. They're not presenting.
Certainly not presenting.
Okay.
That's what you get. I mean, you're not a noble, are you?
No.
So you're not actually someone, like, and don't take this the wrong way, important?
Depends who you ask.
Well, I'm asking you.
In the way that you're asking, no, I suppose not.
All right, okay.
Do you think it's important people that can directly talk to gods?
This one can directly talk to a god.
Hypothetical question.
Okay, yeah. I'll bite. Sure. Maybe it makes you important if you have a direct connection to the divine. I take that as a level of importance. Is that what you're positing?
Then yes.
You can talk to gods.
No, I said I'm important.
Oh, this is so dull. Why don't we just take the axe? No, look, okay? Just because we're up here, we don't have to go down to their level, all right? You won't part with the axe for money?
No.
All right. Well, then I suppose we have nothing more to say. Where are you taking the axe to?
We are heading east and then down to Krassos.
All right.
Well, maybe.
Great.
Well, that's a question. Have you found any Krassos nobles in the river?
No.
Okay.
Were we likely to?
Yeah, he got washed down by the swell.
Ooh, don't fancy his chances then.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh well. All right. Well, thanks a lot. Suddenly, there is a booming coming from off in the distance in the forest, and it sounds like heavy footfall coming this way in numbers, and you hear practice.
I wasn't here for this. Oh no, I was unconscious for this.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
What is going on?
That's not us.
That sounds very much like an ogre we've met.
An ogre? Oh, God, it's always one thing up here, isn't it? Captain Strachan comes charging out, and Captain Strachan says, "My ladies, please get behind me," and starts arranging guards.
These
pulling
were
cords.
unusual ogres. They were more intelligent. Now,
Okay.
still very stupid.
How are you having this conversation? Captain Strachan is attempting to pull the ladies back into the camp and form a defensive perimeter. Are you coming with them into the camp? That's fine.
You're just forming up with the
Sweet. No
These
problems.
guys.
But they're
Let's
unusual.
put this up on the map. So
It's not. I think you hit it twice.
it's all good. It's on the map. And,
Oh, no,
there is map there.
Water elemental.
Thank you. I'm just going to use this for now. I know it doesn't roll off very well, but I don't care. And so we'll just say this is the defense, is the edge of the camp.
Okay.
And there is along the river here. This is the hull of the boat. There is a campfire that has been set up here. There's a few tents that have been erected. This is a fire. A few tents that have been erected. And coming towards you out of the tree line, here are 3. I'll get some more.
Oh my god.
There are some ogres that have come charging in. Hang on, guys. Here we go. They are shouting various grades of practice, practice, and they've come running in. And it's initiative from everybody, please.
Do we need to put ourselves on the map?
Yes, please. Please place yourselves wherever you'd like to on the map.
Where were we having a discussion? Was it over this way?
Just wherever you'd like. We're now in a separate area. These guys are Carithian nobles who are not Carithian nobles. These are Carithian soldiers who are rushing to try and form a not terribly impressive line of defence. There are more, but they are on their way. There are a whole bunch of people who have fled back towards the ship. And what did everybody get? People roll their initiatives?
I rolled a 16.
16 is pretty good.
18.
16.
It's a good number. That means we can choose which way round we go.
I need a pencil.
You can't have one.
Can you pass me a rubber?
Thank you.
That's a pencil.
Can you pass me a rubber, please?
I've got all my bits and pieces. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
So if Jorg was there, I'm probably slightly further into the camp.
All right. So
This is representative rather than grid, is it?
this is representative
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than grid. That's correct. We'll use it approximate, but it's
Sure.
approximate,
Yeah,
approximate.
moving. I'm moved towards it. Yeah, yeah.
That's fine. Worries.
Chat, by the way, the commentary running alongside this is just gold.
Yeah, for these
You are
2
great.
Valley Girl nobles. All right. So first up is either Iris or Neve. Who'd like to go? It's Neve. It's you. Go.
It's me! Okay. I'm going...
These ogres are not hiding at all.
I'm not hiding at all. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is
Use it or lose it.
yeah. No, I'm going to get myself some water from the river. Shape water.
Yeah.
I am going to spray a jet into the face of this ogre who is nearest to me.
Which ogre, please? All right. Using.
Shape water.
Okay, so you're just trying to douse him with water.
Yeah, well, trying to distract him, you know.
Sweet. Okay, yeah. You pick up some water in a jet, you spin it around, and you throw it over the ogre, who is startled for a moment. It can't do damage, but this is seen by Clarissa Castle and her friend. And
Well, I don't know, might give him a disadvantage or
Clarissa,
something.
wouldn't
Clarissa!
she did introduce herself as Clarissa Castle. That occurs. Yes, this
It's just
ogre.
important enough for me
Oh.
to remember this.
Neve.
Okay. Thinking back,
Sorry, Iris.
thinking back, we know. Well, we suspect that it was the orcs who were instructed them to do this. So, using minor illusion,
Yeah.
I'm going to have, as loud as I can, a shout in Estalian
Okay.
with an orcish accent saying, "Practice is over. Go home."
Nice.
That's really cool. I really like this. Make me a persuasion check. That's awesome.
This is so cool.
That's so cool. Might it work? I mean, I guess.
15.
15.
It's almost as if sorcerers are a charisma-based class.
Almost.
Alright. Okay. Practice is over. Go home. This one turns and says, "Oh, go home!" And leaves. This one didn't hear. This one turns and starts arguing with this one. "We must go home now. Why go home? Voice is not home." And this one didn't hear it had water splashed in its face. But one of the ogres has gone. However, one of them absolutely has not. and is coming in running towards the soldiers. The soldiers are going to shoot at the ogre. They pull up crossbows, and a couple of bolts go dunk, dunk, and thunk into the ogre, and the ogre goes, "Hey! I must practice! Chief told me to practice my..." And he hits him over the head with a club. He crushes one of the soldiers.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that soldier's neck snaps in a horrible way, and they go down. Dead, maybe, you're not sure, but they're certainly on the floor. Jorg, you're up.
I'm gonna get in this guy's face
Okay.
and
Ogres aren't scary. You just saw him fell a soldier in a single blow.
I saw it. I'm going to stand specifically in between these two, and then I'm going to
Sure.
Elaine, spare this man, and healing word that guy.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Let's. You roll a d4, great.
4.
You run in as the blow struck,
Yeah.
and your breath formed a cushion which caught the man as he came down. He is laid down onto the ground.
Mhm.
And the other soldier is not dead. Injured, but not dead.
Then I'm going to take... Something is going on with these ogres. These two seem to know what's going on. I am going to take a dodge action.
Sweet. So you go,
Most importantly, however, I am near to these two, so I can offer them disadvantage and defense.
Sweet, if you need to. Solid. Okay.
So, just as a reminder,
Yes.
like, ogres talking is like, it's not a thing.
Ogres using one or two words is
Because that ogre just there, like, basically used a sentence.
That's
this
correct.
is like miracle level stuff,
It's
right?
very. It breaks your understanding of how ogres work.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, Neve, you're up.
Cool. This is
These guys-
unbelievable.
Are coming together around York, by the way, and volleying more shots into that ogre.
I'm gonna turn into a crocodile.
I was hoping you were going to say ogre, but you know.
I can't turn into an ogre. I can't turn into
You
an
can't
ogre.
turn into
No.
an ogre.
I'm gonna turn into a
That's the
crocodile. And I am going to charge this nearest ogre.
Right. Okay. I don't have a crocodile
I
minion.
do.
Sorry, I did
Well,
not.
I have the... Oh, stats wise I have.
I did not anticipate this.
That's okay.
But
How not?
That's right. We can use Neve as the.
you are now a crocodile.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Amy, you
And
need...
you come charging in towards the ogre. Are you going to attack with the crocodile? Are you going to attack?
If I get there and I.
Yeah, you definitely got to move.
You
Cool.
could,
Crocodiles are +4 to...
Plus 4 to
or
hit.
you could just go snap at it. Snap, snap.
Roll to hit. Amy.
Cool.
So yes, Neve once again transforms into a crocodile and begins her shambling lope towards the ogre.
So what's that like a
12.
12?
Does a 12 hit an ogre?
Yes, 12 hits an ogre.
You do 1d10 plus 2 piercing damage,
That's quite a lot.
1d10 plus 2.
and the
Alright.
target is grappled.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. So that is 10 piercing damage.
Stop it! No! Alright.
He's grappled, DC 12, to escape.
Alright. 10 piercing damage. Thank you very much. Wow. Yeah, so suddenly Neve turns into a crocodile as a bonus action, charges up and clamps around this ogre's leg. You were bitten in. This ogre tastes kind of grimy and fleshy in your mouth, which actually is quite nice as a crocodile. You're going, oh yeah, you're enjoying the juices that you're getting from this. This ogre is not enjoying it
I mean, just a
at
future
all.
request, could you possibly not have turned into the thing that we told them ate their friend's leg earlier?
It was one of our
Great for
party.
intimidation.
She's not here. Don't know where she...
I'm also on an 18.
You are also on an 18. So I'll not jump in before you had a go.
These two arguing, have either of them mentioned a name? One or
What
the
is it
other?
saying?
These two have either mentioned a name of one or the other. Have you been focusing on this?
Yes.
Roll me an investigate check.
3.
3, you're pretty sure that one of them said their name was Grunk, but maybe that's just a noise that they made.
Okay. Once again, with minor illusion then. Hey, Glunk, go home!
Okay, that's great. Roll me persuasion with disadvantage because neither of them are called Grunk.
Sure.
Oh,
8.
That was quite a good one.
8. 8 is not enough. Oh, both of them turn around. Who is Grunk? They say.
Yeah.
Who is Grunk?
Wow.
And
These are like super smart ogres.
yeah, they may be smarter than the ogres that you encountered before.
It sounds like it.
All right, now the one that you are biting is not enjoying that at all. Raises a great club. In fact, you see the great big sledgehammer that it's wielding. Picks it up and brings it straight down at you.
Armor class 12.
Okay.
And misses.
Yeah,
as
wriggle around.
you are wriggling around. This ogre can't move.
Crocodile
It is
He's
grappled.
grappled, yeah?
Yeah. Stop it. Okay. Well, that is why he did. These two are still arguing. So this one, who's being shot, is going to try and swing at one of the Broughter next to you.
Let's take it with disadvantage.
He will definitely take that attack with disadvantage. It does not matter. Because ogres are plus quite a lot to hit, it turns out. And when they hit like a
Ogre's leg.
train. That's gross. Okay. Wow, yeah. Slam! The great club comes swinging around and crunches another one of these guys down. Practice, no fight!
No fight?
That's what he says. It is then York, you're up.
I'm gonna move, spare the dying.
Okay.
This fight, leave or die.
Okay. So spare the dying. This fight legal die. I'll allow a intimidation check. That's fun.
No, not the two.
Nice try.
it's-
It's the Estalian. These guys are shouting in Estalian, and Estalian's not it's not your native tongue. And you try and be threatening, but there's in the back of your mind, maybe you've just said this fight, leave or cheese, and you're like, oh my god.
I choose cheese.
I choose cheese. Okay. At this point, there is a pair of and a boonk boonk. A little orange bead comes flying and lands there, and a little orange bead comes flying and lands there.
Who are these fuckers firing these? Without due care and attention is what they're fucking doing.
Yup. Can everybody please take me, except for Iris, you're out of range. Look at that. Can you make me a reflex saving throw, dexterity saving throws, please?
I very much doubt an 11, does it?
It does not.
10.
No. Right, the ogres. No. Oh yeah, you passed. That's good. Oh yeah, okay, fine. So two of them only take half damage. So everybody, right? Your crocodile form bursts into flames. There is a sudden.
19.
Sorry.
19. Oh, that's fine.
There is a sudden deafening boom, and two huge balls of fire
Holy
appear
shit.
right here. They are enormous. This is like someone has put a demolition charge on a
They threw
shed,
those out there?
and it has blown up. Everybody in the vicinity, please take me, and this includes you, Iris. Please take me a Constitution saving throw.
Is that
No,
on
it's
top-
a Strength saving throw.
Is that on top of my crocodile?
Yes, thank you.
12.
12 is not enough.
18.
18. On an
18 as
18,
well.
Yorg and Neve. Neve, it's because the crocodile.
My...
Alright, it's like the skin of the crocodile sheds away and takes the force of the blow, and as it peels back away from you, Neve, you step forth.
How about 15?
15 is exactly what you needed.
Right.
Iris, you you feel the heat wave of the blast knock you, and then the shock wave catch you a millisecond later. You managed to stay standing, however, these guys were blown away from Yorg. You managed to tough it out and endure the blast, but you did
How much
take.
damage?
Okay, so everybody who failed their saves takes 28 points of damage. Everybody who passed their saves only takes 14. You didn't take any damage, but your crocodile form is eviscerated.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Oh my god, guys, do we have to do everything here? You hear Clarissa say. What are we paying you for? Ready, another one. Neve, you're up.
Stop! Stop!
Who to?
To them in the boat who are getting the grenades of death ready.
I wish.
Okay, so you try and stop. Make me a persuasion check. With
guidance.
Persuasion with guidance, but I think also disadvantage.
Fine. My lowest one was a 15.
15's pretty great with guidance.
They don't want to fight us.
The persuasion, you would also add your modifier.
That's true.
What do you
It's
get?
not 15, it's higher.
16.
I get a 15, so that's actually relevant.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so the two of them have stopped for a second. Iris.
I am going to spend 2 sorcery points to twin cast suggestion
at
the ogres.
Okay.
Telling them to go home. Would they like to take me wisdom saving throws? How wise are ogres?
No and
DC
no.
14. Then they must go home for the next 8 hours.
I rolled a 15,
Aww.
and that's not. They're not wise enough for that. Yeah. Okay, they must go home for the next 8 hours.
Yes.
Which 2 ogres, please?
These 2.
Okay. The 2 ogres, they just had a huge explosion of fire rock them. They are singed. They are in pain. They say, one of them turns and says, "Yes, we must go home. Come, chief, not be happy." And the 2 of them run off the map. They turn and immediately start bolting away. Gratz, you have removed them from the board. Jorg, you are facing down an ogre who is... this ogre took the full blast of fire and looks... kind of fine, but also...
annoyed.
Yeah. He's all, is it?
Yeah. Is he threatening?
This ogre?
Yeah.
You're not sure?
He's just been hitting everyone.
Yeah.
But he did say no fight.
And you said, "This fight, run or die." Then fireballs got thrown.
There's going to be intimidation with advantage next time.
I really meant it. I got artillery, friend.
Leave or burn. Like feeling in a much possibly more
Intimidate with
confident way,
advantage?
in a much more confident way than he possibly feels at the moment, and with a degree of desperation.
Go for it.
That would be a 13. Coughing up a chunk of something, probably.
"Just want to learn your name," says the ogre, who turns and starts to leave. There is a boom.
I'm gonna, if I have the opportunity to, throw myself on one of these guys. I don't really care which one it is,
That's
but
fine.
I'm gonna body shield him.
Okay, if you do that, you will fail your save.
Not sure it matters.
Fine.
No.
Yeah.
Yorg's having seen this happen once, Yorg's gut response
I'm
is
happy. I'm
to
going to
shoot.
say you can protect somebody from damage 100%, but you will fail your save in return.
That's fine.
Great, fine. The ogre can't pass his save. That's not good. I leave, and another huge explosion of fire picks up and eviscerates this ogre. And York, can you please take me 28 points of damage?
No, not in any regard.
Fireball's so good. It's just so good. But you did save this Browser soldier's life twice. Awesome. That was extremely, extremely cool. There are fires everywhere. The tree line that the ogres have come from is now ablaze. There are small pockets of flame. And there are huge craters in the earth where these fireballs have gone off. Your ears are ringing, your vision is swimming, and there's the constant sound of tinnitus as you look around, and it's like Apocalypse Now, these things blowing up everywhere, gouts of earth, and you can barely see and hear. These ogres have turned and they are trying to flee.
Good, great.
Um,
I was going to tell him to do that with guidance if.
no, that's
he
fine.
wasn't
They
already.
are making a move.
I'm going to shake the water around to the tree line and.
You're using shake water to go.
Yeah, to try and put out these fires.
Sweet. Yorg. Iris, what are you doing in the immediate aftermath? We're about to go to break.
So, yeah, I'm looking around. Anyone nearby that looks like they're dying, I'm going to try and spare the dying on them.
I mean, there's a bunch of people who are running in coward and injured. I would
No.
like you to make me a perception check. I would like you to make me a perception check. Both of them at disadvantage. I'm afraid you're not focused on the area that this is relevant for.
That's the same number.
Same number, which is 10.
10 is
14.
10 is not enough. 14 is enough. On a 14, Neve, you see Clarissa Castle walking over to Yorg and removing the axe of Lancelot from his belt.
No.
And there is where we
To
are
my
going
hand.
to take. Well, fine, we're removing the axe of Lancelot from his hand, and we're going to take a break there. All right, guys, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
I hope Lancelot zaps her.
Depends what our alignment is, I guess.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Man, we have some just amazing
So,
commentary.
I'd just like to point out I defeated 3 ogres by myself.
You did!
And you get the XP for it.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
It was a bloodless victory.
Yeah.
It wasn't. That poor ogre died.
I know.
Amy, entertain chat.
Oh no.
I think they said it was an
Double.
empiric victory.
Right, okay, no. I think what I might do is read the conversation between, who is it? Becky and Brittany. This is just great. Oh. Now I have enough. You could go and look behind the... No, I wouldn't go and look behind the screen. You, Liquid Lilu, you absolutely called it. Yeah, what have we got here? Oh no, we tragically slew the bearer of this historical artifact while we were heroically defeating the ogres. They were like totally collateral. Oh no, like collateral is like totally east of here. No, but they died like so heroically. Oh, these kids. I don't know what they're doing. So, the question is, chat, what the hell do we do? Because these guys aren't going to listen to us. I don't know what they have respect for. So I don't know. I don't know what we do. Other than, like, maybe torch the boat. But that might be slightly melodramatic. And it's possibly playing from the bad guy's handbook. I don't know. What do you think? I am visible. I should really move over to Zoe's chef. I hear that thief flesh tastes good to crocodiles. It's not a terrible choice. Being a crocodile is fun. Not as fun as being an otter, but it is fun. So the current suggestion from chat is that the way that we deal with this situation is I turn into a crocodile and eat the people who have stolen the axe of Lancelot. I don't necessarily disagree with this.
How many times a day can you become crocodile?
So, what have I got? I can do it twice a day.
Okay, so one down.
But it also says twice a day, refresh on short rest.
Okay. Ooh.
So is that
Twice per short rest.
twice per short rest?
I'll double check that, but that's really good if that's the case. Because of the way Josh does short rests for the benefit of the chat.
We respect magic. If you had any that wasn't like magic for paws.
Wild shape. Yes, twice per short rest.
Yo!
So, for the benefit of any new people in chat, the way Josh runs a short rest is if there is an emotional scene, it can even just be a couple of lines of dialogue. That is enough to kind of catch your breath and go, right, okay, I'm in it. So that's the way he runs a short rest, which means that you could, in theory, have a short rest in the middle of a combat, which is interesting with certain mechanics and incredibly powerful if you're a warlock. But as a druid, being able to go, oh, I need to be able to wild shape again. You just go, I will have this short scene with this other character, and then I get the benefits of a short rest. It's also very good for my Favoured by the Gods ability as part of the...
What's that one?
That's the one that gives me a bonus 2d4 to a save or an attack once per short rest. So, you know how I said my save was 12, and then I went, maybe I should use my ability. Then I used my ability, and I rolled 3 on 2d4 because I can't roll dice very well. But that was enough, so that was good. Yes, you have one more crocodile use until you have a...
Until I have a rest.
Well, a short rest, which can be an exchange.
Maybe it's an exchange where I morph into a crocodile and take another leg.
I hope the fact that we managed to save 4 of the ogres is to our benefit, not our detriment.
Oh, boy.
Because if we'd have done nothing, all 5 would have died. So, hopefully we're making the world a better place because...
These are
heroes.
such cool ogres. I want to follow them and find out what the hell's going on.
Well,
maybe that's what we should do. Yeah. Fuck these students with their stupid use of grenade magic. I'm going to go and deal with the ogres who want to know our names.
Is there, and I don't know the setting well enough, and I believe you do know the setting, is there an Astalian god who prizes intellect?
An Astalian god who prizes intellect?
Because it could be some sort of divine intervention by an Astalian god which is making these ogres smarter.
I guess it could be. So you've got Lancelot's the god of war.
Palamedes is the god of travel and commerce and things.
Yeah.
Luck. So that doesn't work.
Gawain is the god of truth. He's often referred to as the god of law.
Maybe that fits.
You've got Guinevere of the Dawn, who represents. Am I going to get this right? So yeah, I think one of the aspects of Guinevere of the Dawn is insight. Like, because it's her symbol is like an open eye and a rising sun and a crown.
Okay,
so
cool.
it's she's kind of about shedding light on things, about seeing things clearly. So maybe it could be a blessing from
So there
Guinevere.
might be some Guinevere action going on somewhere.
It could be.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe these are the ogres of Guinevere or something.
They're actually paladins.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it. Case closed. They're ogre paladins of Guinevere.
Ogre paladins of Guinevere.
Yeah, done deal.
I think that
If they're not, they are now.
that is an infinitely more satisfying session than dealing with these frat kids. I think we should totally go with them. Run off into the woods. Be free. I totally agree, Liquid Leader. I really like how Josh does a short rest as a dramatic scene because it encourages us with hard rules to work within a narrative system, which is certainly for this group, and I hope for you at home, much more entertaining.
Although this group doesn't need much encouragement.
We don't need that much encouragement. It's nice to be rewarded for it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, good tip for GMs. Reward your players for the kind of behaviour you want at the table.
Positive reinforcement. Works so much better than negative reinforcement.
Are you saying that murdering the rich doesn't make for a satisfying session? I'm not saying that. In fact, now that you say it like that, like, are we really playing from the villain's handbook at that point? Surely what we're doing at that point is just a redistribution of wealth. I mean, basically at that point we're working against capitalism, right?
We will inform Josh of the truth of this.
The truth of this
The
situation.
truth of the situation, yeah.
We've worked it out.
It's a piranha in your intestines. That's the answer.
No.
No.
These
Better than
ogres
Yeah.
are paladins of Guinevere.
Ooh. Is that what you reckon? Paladins of Guinevere, hey?
Because she's about the insight and the seeing clearly and the kind of.
My phone has died, chat, so I'm going to rely on my players who have phones to.
The chat says that you should give us all our stuff back in 3 levels. There we go.
All right, you can have all your stuff back. And 3 levels of exhaustion. Boo. Okay, and we are back. Hello and welcome everybody. So pre the break, a bunch of ogres attacked the party,
And then a much more dangerous foe appeared.
Everything is on fire. Neve, your water magic has proved instrumental in limiting the damage that has been done here. And Iris, you running around and saving the dying.
And I have to be really clear. Fuck the camp. I am doing it for the forest first. We
Sweet.
need to make sure this forest fire doesn't spread.
Okay, in which case,
Camp second.
several of the tents have been very severely damaged, and some of the rations and things have gone. But
Not the saltfish.
the people.
There's a faint aroma of roasting saltfish.
But the people have tried to sort this out, and people are snapping to and running around and, in the general panic, milling things around. You have saved a bunch of people. They are incredibly grateful to you. You speak Barata fine, yeah? Yeah. That's all people here speak. And so...
How many times do I need to roll a d20, Josh?
How many times do you need to roll a d20? Oh yeah, because you are very much taking death saves.
Yeah.
At least one.
What, before Iris finds
Natural
you?
20.
No,
Oh!
Okay. On a natural 20,
Oh, yes!
you are awakened to 1 hit point, and you are awakened
Now you
by,
know what POG feels like.
by
Nobody
the
rolled a natural one.
sensation, the sensation of the axe of Lancelot being prized from your hands.
I snap my hand closed and snap 2.
Okay.
That's my initial response.
That's fine. That's your initial response. The axe of Lancelot has been pulled from your hands, and you look up and you see Clarissa standing above you has pulled the axe of Lancelot from your hands and then dropped it on the floor.
Yep. I pick it up. I spare the dying the guys I was on top of.
You have some inspiration, but you do not need to spare the dying that guy.
In that case, I
That's fine. You have saved his life by jumping on top of him and taking fireball.
go to these 2.
Sweet.
Not the ones around
That's
you.
like-
There's more than 2, probably.
A discussion with her can happen in a second.
That's fine.
These 2 are first.
This has happened. Clarissa is going. Interesting. And she comes over and starts also helping up some of the soldiers and getting pitching
Like really
in.
visibly.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
look, I'm helping.
Don't worry, guys. I'm here on the front line with you.
I spare the dying as many as I can.
Sweet. Yeah. Between you guys, there's not so many people who were in the immediate blast of the fireball. A lot of people who are knocked over, cuts and bruises and scrapes and injuries. Thank you, D20, for
Thank you, Elaine.
keeping that weapon.
Yeah.
And
Curses.
Yeah,
It's the GM twirling his moustache.
Clarissa's Clarissa's a little bit annoyed.
Well, she dropped it anywho. I don't know whether she dropped it because of me or because of the axe. I guess we'll have that discussion later.
I guess we'll find out.
You can
I
ask
don't
for
think she can carry it.
Well, I don't know. Neve, you have
She's
stopped
worthy.
most of the damage from the forest.
Great.
There are still paths that have been hewn through it by ogres.
That's a different
once-
thing entirely.
Once I'm done making sure people aren't dying, I'm going to pitch in with whatever bucket chain is going on here.
Yeah, I'll turn the shape water onto the camp.
Sweet. The camp is everything was on fire, but there's a lot of people here, and they're right by a river. This is basically the problem has been resolved by the time you're finished sparing lives. Captain Strachan comes up to you, Iris, and says, "I saw what you did for the people. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it." And she comes over to you and she says, "Goodness," and she sort of helps you up and she says,
I know the burns are here already.
"You have my gratitude."
That's fine. They don't like taking no for an answer, those 2, do they?
I'd be very careful what you're implying.
Yep. I know.
Friendly warning.
Yep.
The
How many
ogre-
did you lose? Is there any?
Did we lose? Amazingly none. And I think it would have been some had you not been here, so thank you.
Yeah.
The wildlands are a dangerous place.
Hey, damn heroes, guys. Everybody take 5. Have a smoke or something.
Speaking of smoke, I'm going to go over and have a look at, because one of the ogres did get immolated. didn't it?
Completely gone. There is a corpse of an ogre.
There's no bits of metal. That's what I'm looking for. Are there any? Because clearly, well, we're going to have a look. Is there anything on there? Anything saying where it came from, or any bits of metal, any markings, anything like that?
It's pretty gross. There's a really heavy smell of like cooking pork, and a charred ogre remains, which has fallen on its face because it was leaving. And you go over. There's a weapon, like a club as big as you are.
No.
That's fine.
Iris, you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Eve?
This keeps happening.
You good?
I'm alright. How are we doing?
Any more burn-related injuries I need to be taking? Because I've got a full calendar for the last bit.
I think we're alright.
Oh, good.
So, what causes burns? Fire causes burns. What else causes burns?
I think we'll find out.
Josh is like, don't worry, I've got a list.
So I put it on the players. Right.
Yeah.
Do we know where these ogres came from?
Orcs.
Orcs.
No, they were ogres, sweetie.
They came from orcs.
No, I think actually they have separate evolutionary trees.
No, they don't come from trees.
You're adorable, you really are. But no.
Normally, ogres wouldn't do this. They've done this because orcs have told them to do this.
Orcs are telling them to attack people.
To practice.
But they didn't want to fight.
I can't remember the last time I heard an ogre speaking.
I know, this is unbelievable. We should... I'm going to hold that thought for a second. And wait until the frat girls are gone. Sorry, the sorority sisters.
We should get back to the boat. The dwarves are
The
going to be
nobles
worried
of
after
Corra.
that.
Yeah.
We should get back to the boat. The dwarves will be worried after that.
Oh, you're leaving? Oh no.
Oh yes, you've had an opportunity to inspect what you wanted to inspect, and now we can get on our way.
Wait, I'm going to say quietly to both of you,
In Stallion.
yes. Garlon is here.
Divine sense.
Yeah, okay. So your divine sense, you
Hey, old boy.
rumbled.
Yeah, I'm a bit crispy
Is
again.
our stream up? Have you turned it off?
No, it should be on.
Okay.
Why?
Cool.
Are we down? Chat?
Someone has said the stream's stopped. Shout out if you can see us, guys.
We are still here, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, divine sense. Hello, chap.
Are you holding the Axe of Lancelot?
No.
All right.
I want to put the Axe of
Yeah.
Lancelot back in my belt for this exchange.
Ah, greetings.
Who's picking what?
Okay, so divine sense here is interesting. Divine sense, you pick up on the boat. There are several. In fact, no, sorry. Divine sense doesn't work like that. Divine sense,
doesn't.
you pick up nothing.
Okay. Garlon or his little gift?
His gift.
Cool. Detect poison and disease.
Right. Cool. Detect poison disease. Yeah, you absolutely detect exactly the same information as I gave to Neve, which is that there are 4 poisoned entities on the boat with Garlon's blessing. 6. Was it 4 on the boat and 2 outside?
No, 6
3.
on-
There were
6
9
and 3.
in
Thank you. 6 on the boat and 3 outside.
Captain Strachan. You got any infected on the boat?
If that's what you call them.
They're orcs? Or were orcs?
Possibly. The
Okay.
noble's
So-
very interested in them.
That person, and that woman over there has it too.
One of the people who has it
Yeah.
is Captain Strachan.
You've gotten too close to these things, haven't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you religious at all?
I try not to be.
Okay. It's been a pleasure to fight alongside you. It really has.
Pause for a second, folks. Our stream is down.
Actually down.
Yep.
But it's bad. All right. Okay, we're going to go...
Reset that scene.
we had some camera mess-ups, and I'm not sure where we got lost, but we ended that scene. Neve has put out all of the fires in the woodlands. Miraculously, not many people were even very injured, and nobody died except for the horribly scorched ogre. Iris, you went over to search the horribly scorched ogre. There was a thick smell of burning pork, and the only possession of note that you found on the ogre is a very charred notebook.
Ooh.
You're going to have to handle it really carefully because it's probably just going to peel and be disintegrated as you pick it up.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know that's
Sure.
what you have
Well,
to.
I'm not going to pick it up yet.
Sure.
I forearm grip Captain Strachan and then press my left hand to the back of her hand and then spend 5 points of... sorry.
You might need to rewind.
That's right, just a little bit, yeah. So your detect poison disease, which Neve comes over and prompts you to after telling you that there is Garland's influence extant in the area and on the boat, tells you that Captain Strachan, a couple of merchants, and 6 things on the boat are infected.
Captain Strachan, it's been a pleasure. Hold that hand.
It really has.
Grasp to forearm, press the back of her hand,
Yep.
spend 5 points of...
Sweet. So,
have a tattoo.
yeah, you... There is a blazing light, and Captain Strachan drops to her knees, shaking and trying to pull her wrist free. You clamp down tightly, and a grim kind of dark red ichor starts to seep out of her nose, and she coughs some of it onto the front of her chest, and then she falls down unconscious. There is a brand of Elaine on the back of her hand, and people are running towards you.
Whoa. She was... Cure wounds.
On yourself?
No, on her. Is she unconscious? What is her current state?
She is currently... you know that when you have done this before, people have fallen unconscious and cure wounds has not helped.
Okay, in that case I'm going to do that. Whoa, she was infected with a disease. I just cleansed her, that's all it is. She's fine. She's better now than she was.
Little bits of blood coming out of her nose.
She's better now than she was, trust me. This black shit isn't my doing.
Alright. Clarissa Castle comes over. She says, alright, I think we've had just about enough of you strange people coming and attacking us.
Okay, the things in your boat are infectious. Captain Strachan...
How do you know about the things in our boat?
Because I can see them through the wall, because I am touched by a deity, and I can sense the disease here. Which was in Captain Strachan, is now not, and is also in that man and that woman.
I second this.
If you allow them to continue to walk around, they will become the things in
Okay,
that
I'm bored
boat.
now. Silence.
Yeah.
You keep talking, and it stops. Yeah, and there's a sort of mute. You can hear nothing. You heard a bit of chanting. You heard a bit of chanting in Highbrowter. She says, "Oh, I'm so bored now," and she really quickly, with a single finger, traces some shapes in the air. You recognise them as Browter runes, but she's moving too quickly for you to see. It's like a golden line that is there, and then suddenly you are muted, and you can feel yourself moving, and all you can hear is your blood pumping in your ears. That's all there is, because every other sense has been completely stripped from you in the area, and maybe everywhere. You can see other people's mouths moving, you can see birds overhead. No sound is coming out. Absolutely none. And
That includes her, right? See?
yeah, that's fine.
If you want to kill her, now's the time.
She
really tempting.
She turns, she points at you, and then she walks out the zone of silence and says, stuff that you can't hear. You are in the zone of silence, and you were there, so you are also in the zone of silence. Iris,
I'm
you are not. You are. So yeah, you heard suddenly. They just shut up. This conversation just stopped.
I assume I've got some twitchy soldiers looking at me.
You do, very much so.
I'm going to walk out the zone of silence. I'm going to walk until I find an area that I can talk. One.
Do you make me an Arcana check, please? To see if that is a reasonable assumption for
She
your
just walked
to make.
out, and I can. She's.
She hasn't yet walked out.
Oh, she's not
No,
yet.
no,
Oh,
she's-
in that case, then I.
That's fine. Yeah. She's pointing.
Anything I can do about these idiots?
You ask with hand on axe.
No, not hand on axe.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, terrible things could happen if you simply left.
You're not wrong. I'm gonna turn to Neve.
Turn into a crab.
I'm not going nowhere.
That's fine. She points
I turn and walk. I put a hand on Neve's
Fine,
shoulder.
I'll go.
That's fine.
I
Didn't have to. I got more spells.
know.
In
I
a
don't need to play
sense.
with kids.
Drop the inspiration first.
I'm gonna. We know who the other two are who are infected. Let's go deal with them.
I think they're escorting us out of the
They
camp.
are
is what's happening.
escorting you out of the camp, is what is happening.
Is the castle coming with us, or is she wandering off?
No, she's watching.
Okay. As soon as sound kicks back in,
It does. There's a. You take about 10 paces, and suddenly you can hear again. It's like a blow.
I'm going to continue walking, but slow my pace very slightly. Is the chap from the boat here? Is he here?
Danson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Danson. Those two people are going to infect others.
What do you want me to do about
Let me cure them.
it? There's nothing I can do. It's really out of my hands.
I know. Your captain, I cured her. She's going to have a hell of a headache, but that's the best I can do. I'd say isolate the others, but you're not going to get an opportunity to. I don't know what. We're still walking.
I want to turn around and go back to Corith, but we ain't going till the castles have found whatever it is they're looking for.
Well, that's good. We don't want them taking any of the stuff they've got in the boat back to Corith.
Oh, they're taking that back.
If that stuff gets back to Corith, this infection is going to spread.
Take it up with them.
Yeah, I tried that. The
Iris, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm now going to try and very carefully and gently try and take this this scorched notebook.
Okay.
Why has an ogre got a notebook? What do they even read? Anyway, yes. Doing as little damage to it as I possibly can.
What's in this notebook?
I don't know yet.
Take me a sleight of hand check, please, to carefully manoeuvre the notebook.
7.
On a 7, the vast majority of the notebook crumbles into dust, and you pick up. You manage to save a scrap of a page, is what you get on a 7, and it says it's got some scrawling on it, and you see it is Istalian, kind of broken up phonetically, and it says, "Hello, I am here to." Is what you get.
You're just gonna turn to Neve and Iris. I need to do this. Try and save me if you can, I guess, if it goes shits up.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna drop my shield. I'm gonna put the Axe of Lancelot in my belt. Elaine, grant me sanctuary.
Elaine, I can do that.
Okay, you cast sanctuary
and I'm
yourself.
gonna walk very slowly with my hands in a sign of surrender back into the camp towards the first person who who I identified with detect poison disease. I know who they are. Detect poison disease has dropped because sanctuary is a.
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's fine.
sanctuary is not a
No,
concentration
it's not.
spell.
But you know who they are, that's fine, yeah.
And I'm just going to very slowly walk up to them.
They're backing away from you. And
I-
can the guards attempt to grapple you, or do they have to take a wisdom save?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Alright. What's the DC?
Just spell DC. Based off charisma.
So it's
I
8 plus.
I'll tell you, I've
13.
hit you. You have been grappled.
Okay. Please let me do this. Or
Danson's holding you.
please. Or death is the very. Death is not the worst thing that can happen up here. Please.
How many people are there between Jorg and the people he's trying to get to? Guards who are going to get in his way.
Oh, maybe 2. Danson and then plus 2.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points.
Oh god.
So, twin cast suggestion.
Sure.
Let him pass. That does, however, mean that I will have to drop concentration on the ogre's suggestion.
Okay, so they are no longer.
They're no
going
longer
back.
under the effect of suggestion.
Is your DC 13?
No, it is 14.
Alright, the 2 guards who were backing Danson up,
Yeah.
back to one side, and gesture for you to leave. Would you like to roll me a persuasion check against Danson? No advantage.
Okay.
Unless you want to use your nonsense.
Inspiration.
I may well do. On a 17 though, that is a 23.
Pretty good.
23 is pretty good. Okay, Danson goes,
Please, Danson.
please, 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 don't make me regret this.
Okay.
And Danson, let's go.
I'm going to walk very slowly and very calmly up to the people. Please.
You start walking slowly towards them, they walk slowly away from you.
Please stop. Please. If you value the people here and yourself, please let me do this. Please.
I guess, like, you can take me a persuasion check at disadvantage. They have no reason to believe you. Their lords have said you are dangerous and told you to get out of the camp. Yeah, that's fine. It's a regular one.
17.
17's pretty awesome. What are you guys doing right now?
I'm
For Cam, I just spent an inspiration to take my disadvantage to a regular roll.
That's tell you what I'm doing. Whilst there is a big draw of attention, there was a food tent over there.
There was a food
Go
tent.
get that some fish!
They're not going to give it to me now, so I need to take it for myself.
Okay, roll me a stealth check to go and steal some salted fish.
It's not bad. 17.
17 is fine. People are watching this. This is what is going
That's what I
on.
figured.
Okay. Neve, what are you doing? Nothing.
Just watch.
Just watching, that's fine. You make it to the first lady, who is a
Please.
little bit...
I'm just going to hold my hand out. Please.
What are you doing?
You are infected with a disease. It won't do you the good grace of killing you. It will turn you into one of the things in the hold of the boat, and you will infect others, the people you care about, and you will take it back to Corinth if that's where you go.
What do I need to do?
Hold my hand, and you're going to have a headache, but you'll live.
I guess. Okay, you touch this lady's hand, and she convulses, coughs up some of the red, which now marks her cheek. She drops to her knees, her eyes roll back in her head, and she falls unconscious with the symbol of Elaine branded into one of her fingers.
Back to her hand.
She
was very
pulled
good.
away
Yeah.
as the thing went. She's on the ground. People gasp and back away, but they've seen
Please.
this happen before.
Get her some water. She'll be fine. I turn to the last person.
All right. At this point,
Yeah.
there is from the hold of the boat.
Yeah.
One of the castles
Yeah.
looks out. The castle whose name you didn't get.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Clarissa! They haven't left, and they're making more bodies. Right. We've tried being nice to them, and Clarissa starts coming up.
I just need to make it to the other person.
Okay, so this is post initiative.
Fail to attack, then
You
take
know what?
wisdom saving
No,
throw.
no, I can't. If I rush towards them, they'll stress. I fail because I am walking slowly, and calmly and
Very
with-
cool. Admirable, in fact.
Yeah.
Noble. Doomed, but noble.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that might.
Please have a shit wisdom.
13.
It was the DC, yes.
That has to be the DC because it's +2, +3. Yep.
Yeah.
On 8 is.
So close.
Almost
You make it just... The person has stopped walking away from you. They are pretty sure that this is what they need. And just hold, please.
You're on 1 hit point, aren't you?
Yep.
We should have done something about that.
No, it was kind of the point.
Okay.
Because if they gun down a already limping, charred, gently smoking man in the middle of the camp.
Please take me. David, can York please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
And so please...
No.
No?
No. Not well. Based on what I know about DC, she's certainly got more than a 9.
She does have more than a 9. You are frightened of the creature that you are, of the person you are attempting to touch. You must take the dash action and move away from her by the safest available route on each of your turns, unless there is nowhere to move. Basically, you have to flee.
Oh, you. Let me double check.
This is the
I'm
fifth.
almost certain that's not how that ability works. Is it the person I'm trying to?
No, this is a phantasmal image.
Oh, it's a phantasmal image, right? Is it the person?
In your mind,
Yeah.
suddenly you see like worms coming out of this person that you're going to touch. As you're saying, look, you're going to get worse, and you can start imagining the horrifying decay and disease that's going to come to this woman. Her flesh starts rotting away before your eyes, worms start coming out of her eyeballs, and you just can't deal. You turn and start to flee from a squeak.
I run.
No. As seeing him start to run, don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it.
Jesus.
I'm going to cast Suggestion on you and tell you to cure them.
Whoa.
At which point the guards who were previously under suggestion are no longer under suggestion.
Right.
But at least maybe these conflicting
Oh my
things,
God,
I don't know
okay.
what's going to happen,
Right.
but let's find
I'll
out.
make my fucking brain fall out at the beginning of the day.
You can make me another wisdom save, is what you can make me.
Where the fuck was that one earlier? 15.
You pass.
No. Not against the suggestion.
Oh.
You can make me a wisdom save. I'm allowing the suggestion to trigger a second wisdom
Oh.
save against the fear effect.
15.
I'm assuming you're not going to choose. You're
No.
not going to resist the
well,
cure them
yeah.
suggestion.
15.
Okay, 15. You stop, turn, flee, and you turn back. There are 2 guards who are running to interpose with you.
Rugby tackle!
I'm not gonna rugby tackle. I can't be aggressive or I'll just die. I just need to trust the sanctuary spell to possibly work this time and try and
Get
touch
moves.
them.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the guards do not save against sanctuary.
Yep.
So they come towards you and they appear to let you pass. And the wizard... 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, it's enough.
Wait,
That's alright.
he hasn't had an action yet this round.
That is
I
no...
haven't had an action
No,
either.
Neve, would you like to jump in? That's fine.
Totally.
Yeah, please. I've been waiting for you to do a thing.
Yeah, I really would like to do a thing.
Go.
Yeah, fuck it.
Moonbeam!
The peasants are watching. I mean, basically, this is a wizard battle that's going on here, and they're going, okay, it's counterspell and suggestion and fear and all kinds of stuff's being thrown around. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna moonbeam.
Oh no.
Who are you moonbeaming?
Whoever it is who just cast the spell on you.
Okay, a bright shaft of silver light comes straight down on the 2 Carithian nobles.
I think you just killed us.
Do they get saves?
It's on their turn. It's on their turn.
Okay, so the way this is going to work is you reached out to touch the person, and you hear Clarissa saying, I thought I told you to get out of here. And you temporarily feel a magical effect coming over you.
Yeah.
And then it dissipates. And Clarissa says, "What is this?" And her and Becky start taking damage from the moonbeam. Congratulations, you reach the last remaining merchant and are able to purge Garlon's influence from them. Where do you do it?
Back of the hand again.
Back of the hand again, there is a symbol of Elaine that has been emblazoned into this merchant. They fall limp and you let go of them. The crowds have, everyone has basically found cover at this point. There are now 4 guards who are coming towards you warily.
At which point, once the merchant's down, I'm just going to turn and start walking out of the camp.
Right. Sweet. You turn and start walking out of the camp. Neve, your moonbeam spell is blistering the Carithian nobles. Who they get to make saves.
Con saving throws.
Right, 1 pass, 1 fail.
Great, cool. So they say.
How much damage do they take?
1 billion.
So whoever failed takes 14, and whoever didn't takes 7.
Cool. Okay, so 14,
I'm going to move the
7.
moonbeam.
Where's it moving to?
Once I've distracted them from your thing, I am going to target it on wherever the yick was in the boat.
Ooh. The disease that she previously detected.
Cool. The moonbeam was coming straight down from the sky. It sweeps round in an arc and follows along the side of the boat, scoring a silver path as it does. What time are we on, please?
Time? 1:45.
1:45. Great.
Plenty.
We can do this.
No.
Hold on. Yes, we can do that.
It chars away at the paint of the boat, leaving, like a slug has gone along the side of the boat, until you get down into the hold. Half the moonbeam goes under the water and you can see it's rippling. Half of it is on the boat. And the wooden boards start to crumble and shake against it. And there is a screaming from inside and a horrible, inhuman noise. And yeah, it takes some rotten down.
Yeah, that is 17 points of damage if they fail their throw.
I failed their con save, which they do not. So it's still 9. Great, okay. Right, a hole is bored in the side of the boat, which lets the moonbeam full in.
They're almost certainly locked up.
Full
and
bore.
Moonbeam just keeps going.
For as long as she's conscious.
There's no point of securing these. I'm going to say it.
No, totally.
There's no point of securing these people if we leave that stuff on the boat.
All right. There's a click, and your moonbeam turns off.
Yes.
I think we've had enough of this, she says. All right. And she says, "I'll be right back." And Clarissa disappears from the top of the ship where she was, and she goes back into the hold. And you won't want to be here when I am. She's gone to get something. There is a coming from inside the hold of the boat.
Yorg is going to walk away. Yorg's going to walk over to Neve and... I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Sure.
Good choice.
Well, that did fucking all.
I'm going to set up another moonbeam.
And then start walking away.
Yeah.
It's got a range. You need
120 feet.
Yeah.
I'm doing alright.
Okay, you set up another moonbeam and start walking away.
Yeah.
Dum dum dum. Crunk. There is the sound of crunching and something breaking from inside the boat. And the first thing that appears are a swarm of little flies.
Oh, shit.
The next thing that appears, coming out of the hold of the boat,
Yeah.
are some shambling creatures that probably were once orcs. And it's like their skin has fused into a great green slimy mass. Some of them have more than 2 eyes, some of them now only have 1 eye. And they've got suppurating wounds across various bits of their
Yeah, I
body.
know exactly what these look like.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
fun.
and these things appear from the side of the boat. Thanks, guys. This happened. Diplomacy! Okay, they start pouring out
gunboat
the
diplomacy, we have moonbeam diplomacy.
The people who had retreated back to the boat
I know.
are now fleeing. They don't know where they're going. They're running this way and that.
Oh, those ogres lost the concentration spell.
They did. They might come back. We'll see how this goes. I think, honestly, we are probably going to have to call the session here and resolve this absolute lunacy.
We've got time.
All right, then let's go. All right, guys, it's back to initiative, and we'll run through
We can do this. We can do this.
Everybody roll for initiative, and we'll go. There are a bunch of plague bearers that have turned up. They are
there's
surrounded by a
few.
swarm of flies. There are too few. That's correct. They didn't all get out. 5, so you go last. All right.
I don't have I don't have stuff
No,
to
you
take.
don't. You do not go last.
Good. That's fine. All right. Did anybody beat a 17? Nope. Right. Okay. So 17 goes first, followed by York on 15. Go.
13. Sorry,
13 doesn't matter. Still, go York. You're up.
I need a pencil.
I'm gonna run up to one.
Okay, you come charging in and you hear, oh, by the gods, they're out. Craft preserve us.
I'm gonna run up to the closest one.
Yeah.
Spend 5 points of lay on hand. Eat shit, you turd muffin. Have a think about that.
Yep. Okay.
York has just cured disease on a disease monster.
Can you please make me an attack check
Yep.
to hit the fucker?
Yep. I hit him on an 18. I don't know what I'm adding to it because I'm
Strength, I presume.
York, you run up and you slap your palm into this thing.
center of its chest.
And it's like the moment in Doctor Strange where she pushes the guy's soul out of his chest. You slam your fist into this thing, and exploding out the back of it is a whole mess of black ichor.
Yeah.
It blows out the back of this creature, painting up the side of the boat.
Gross.
It looks at you, and it collapses down to the ground. It is very, very dead.
Well, that was a mercy then. Does
Yeah.
that count as an aggressive action?
No, you have cured it.
I was going to say Sanctuary's still up there.
That's pretty good.
Sanctuary is
Well, based on
I'm
your
going
ability
to-
to make
yeah,
those
yeah,
saves.
I'm going to
You've
sweep
probably
my
got about
moonbeam
30 seconds
around
left.
into the
7 health
swarm
for
of
fucking
flies.
idiot.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to sweep my moonbeam around into the swarm of flies.
Oh yeah, okay.
And set those things on fire.
They fail
like
their save. Roll me
burning
2d10.
Bits of
And then double it because it's a
2d10.
swarm.
Oh, yeah.
So that is 10 doubled is 20.
Okay. There are many fewer flies than there were when they first came out.
Good.
Although they are being added to by these things. These flies are regenerating while these things are alive. 'Cause that's what they do. And it's the first plague bearer. Yeah, you go, guys. Okay, here we go. So, first things first is Yorg. One of them charges in towards you.
Listen, saving throw.
Sanctuary. No, fine. One of them charges in towards you and swings in with a claw and misses you, and goes to take a belch and just can't kind of bring itself to do it. So it belches, but the gas comes out of both sides of its mouth instead of straight forwards towards you. You can feel Elaine's blessing shielding you from this creature, and the axe of Lancelot thirsts to attack.
You're fucking right.
Iris. Because I can roll terribly too.
Really?
Yep.
Whoa. Okay, coming in here through the fire.
Yes!
Like an absolute badass.
I'm going to have an acid bolt, so you get flaming acid.
Cool.
That's the plan.
Troll's worst nightmare. Do it.
This ignores both of my. This triggers both of my vulnerabilities.
It's an attack, so that's not wonderful.
See,
I
I'm
know how
giving
to
you
hit.
string. We give you 2 combats.
11 hits.
2 callbacks.
So 10 acid fire, presumably damage.
Okay. 10 acid fire damage. Yeah. It's.
Did it take any damage from the moonbeam before?
Ooh, it did.
Yes.
I'm gonna-
No, it's taken some. These things are injured. They are taking damage.
I'm gonna.
10 acid fire damage scores a hole in it, and it's like a pustule on its shoulder pops, and out bursts a bunch of flies. and no one is close enough to it to take any of that stuff. Fine. All right. Stupid you guys, and you're being in
so
good
long
positions.
since we fought Garlon.
Iris.
That was
It was you, so now it's me. Yeah. Go, two of my guys.
Those are some bad dice.
That's
Not ideal.
Yes.
So they are going to didn't see you, doesn't care, closing with York.
yeah.
Is
Let's
the
be
actual
fair.
answer.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, so both of them going to make wisdom saving throws. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pass with one. And I'm going to say,
And then you've got a hit.
York, would you like to be hit?
No, not really.
Oh.
Quite significantly hit.
Is that a crit?
It's not a crit.
Okay.
My
My AC is only 16 at the moment, so I dropped my shield.
Well, I rolled a 19. Would you like to take 9 points of slashing damage?
DR.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. It's the only reason I'm conscious.
Are you up?
1.
1 hit point. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Against disease.
For the chat, paladins, once they hit level 3, are immune to disease.
So it grabs you with its claw, it punctures through your armour, and you feel the pain, and then it breathes a horrible bile into your face, and a fly comes out of its body.
And I just hold the eyes with it. Hello, old boy.
Alright, cool. So that occurred, and then...
That's two of them. I'm interested to know what the wizards are doing.
They rolled the 17, they're off doing stuff. And then they're going to come lock you guys up. Alright, and then the last one is... Failed wisdom save, that's great. You're back up. Surrounded now by these things.
Chop 'em up.
Fuck that. Agents of Garlon, fear the light of a lane. Turn.
Turn!
That
is that more?
That probably is a.
That is an offensive action. Yeah, turn undead is 100% offense.
It's not turn undead, it's turn.
Turn outside.
Turn wibble.
Turn wibble. Is this all wisdom saving throws, right?
Is it offensive? Sorry, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Make
It's
a
cool.
wisdom saving throw.
DC 13.
It doesn't matter. 133 is not good.
133? That's amazing.
That's really
They are
bad
turned
rolls.
for 1 minute. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as possible.
Right.
It can't willingly
Into the
enter a
water.
space more than 30 feet, closer than 30 feet of me.
Yorg raises a fist, says a prayer to Elaine, and there is a bright light that emanates from him, from the light of Elaine. In fact, as the thing tore through some of the links in your chainmail, it went tunk, 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 revealing the light of Elaine, which surges forwards, searing the skin away from these things. They are backing away from you, and they are, they flee this way, away from the holy wrath of the paladin.
Back onto the boat.
I'm gonna push them away from the people and away from the boat.
Okay, so they are currently backed up against the boat.
Oh,
is
if they're
where-
backed up against the
They're
boat.
not in the boat, but they're backed up against it in sort of perfect moonbeam formation. You're up.
Your moonbeam's still active, isn't
Roll
it?
me,
So you
still
can
active.
move it.
roll me.
Yeah.
They've all had to run through your moonbeam. Roll me 2d10.
2d10?
It is only active until they take damage, but this was still totally the right thing to do.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that. 14
Each.
unless they.
Unless they pass their con saving throws.
Oh dear. No.
These things will have
Yes.
a decent con.
No. Okay.
Okay,
it's
so
still right.
2 of them
Exactly.
took 14 and 1 of them took 7.
Yep. There are 2 of them left. Iris, they are in a moonbeam, withering away. Kind of popping bits of them. Flies are coming up. Pus is dripping from these things.
Kill them quickly, this won't last!
So I'll come up and hide behind York, because I hear that's a good thing to
He's got a hit point. He'll be fine.
do. He's got. No, he doesn't.
Not at the moment.
Yeah,
and I
but
can't
you-
give them disadvantage at the moment because I don't have a shield. I require a
That's
shield.
fine. You're hiding behind York. Doesn't matter.
They
Go.
have a shield, it's magic. And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to sack off a level 1 spell slot to get a sorcery point,
Okay.
to then spend it to twin cast Acid Bolt at those two.
Nice.
I'll probably do it. They don't get saved, do they?
No, I have to hit.
Yeah.
No 5 says,
So,
quick, cast suggestion on
I
them.
can't, I'm out of level 2 spell slots.
Aww.
The first one is crit. And the second one is hit.
Josh, can see or hear me. Can you make saving throws to the ones in the boat as well, please?
Ooh. They are.
Sorry.
So the crit one
Crit one's dead.
is fine, and the other one takes 5 damage.
Alright. Iris circles finger in the air and twins, as it comes from one from each different finger, a ray of acid, which goes just past your head.
I imagine both.
Yeah, either side.
of my head.
In fact, that's how it is. It's kind of a series of
Some doves appear.
a series of globs of acid. One of them just takes it all completely and is actually melted by this.
Wow.
The acid lands on it and it just starts bubbling and dissolving this thing. This is horribly corrosive stuff. And there is a smoking pool, partly Garland's blessing and partly Colm's acid,
Whatever this is.
fighting together on the floor. This one still has a hit point. It is the start of its turn and it's in a moonbeam. So it is going to... I'm going to see
Take a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, right. It's going to die at the end of its turn, but the first thing it's going to do, in fact, the only thing it's going to do, is it can't get within bloody range of your... Okay, so it's going to charge and run towards you, Neve,
Okay.
because you are casting a moonbeam at it, and it is going to attempt... Oh, crap.
Can it run and do this?
Yes, because it's going to die. This is
This
what
is
it's
a
gonna-
cinematic.
This is
Okay,
cinematic.
cool.
This is what it's going to do. Although the
Yeah,
crit,
this is the end of the session.
the crit is kind of good. That was fortunate. So it's just double dice, which is 9 doubled is 18, 19, 20. Can you take me 21 points of slashing damage, please?
Yuck, yeah, sure.
And a constitution saving throw.
And a con saving throw.
Yes,
you
please.
want to pass this one.
That'd
Do you
be
have inspiration?
Oh, I don't have inspiration. Okay. Oh, 5.
5 is insufficient. Neve, this thing, it's got horribly sharp claws. They were once hands that have been slimed together into like 3 fingers, and you feel it puncture your skin. Not very hard, but enough to make a hole. And as it dies, you can see that it's run straight through your moonbeam. You've channeled it towards this creature, and it's been dissolving as it got there, and it got there just in time to cough into your open wound, and then disintegrate onto the floor.
Am I not marked by a lane? Does that give me anything?
That is a very good.
We'll come to this.
Okay, cool.
There is a moment of silence, and then, right, don't say I didn't warn you. And Clarissa and her friend appear from atop the ship. Each of them have a pair of books, and one of them is holding a wand.
Oh, shit.
And they say, all right, this is going to hurt. But I've kind of wanted to do this for a while, so, swings and roundabouts, and they point the wand at you guys, and that is where we're going to end the session.
Cool.
And we're opening the session with a whole bunch of fun things. Cool.
Well.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Sweet.
Well, that depends. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
A whole bunch of stuff.
There's a
All
whole
right,
bunch of
guys.
fancy stuff.
Thank you very much, everybody, for sticking with us. Thank you very much, chat, for being awesome as always. If you have enjoyed this, you can find us every week, every Thursday at 8 on twitch.tv/cellpengm. Please check us out on YouTube. You can catch all of our previous episodes and find out the stories so far. And you can join us in our Discord, link below.
No.
Until next time, thank you very much, everybody. And as always, keep rolling them dice.
Safe travels.